Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video on Train Bitcoins, give you an update. First off, let's go through the date. Today is February 18th, about 10:29 in the morning here Eastern Time. I am in Pennsylvania, and just wanted to kind of go through a little bit of information about the program and if it may be sustainable. All I can tell you is that this program is performing as they have stated so far. You can look here. I'm in my payment history. Did my first payment on February 14th for $35 just to test it out. Things started to go so well. I bought another 9 positions. Each position is $35 each for a total of $315 on the 15th. And so total I have in the program is $350. Now, first and foremost, I want to make sure that you understand that this is not just like purchasing or putting funds into some gifting type of a deal. We're getting advertising for the money that we're spending. So if I never made a nickel off of the profit sharing, I'm looking to get some good results from the advertising. Virtually everyone that's in here advertising should be an entrepreneur. So we're paying for advertising. The rev share part of it was really intriguing to me because taking $35, turning it into $52 without having to do anything is obviously intriguing, but it seems that the way that they're doing it could potentially be sustainable. It is essentially what they're doing here. Just to give you an idea, I've been paid about 39%, and I'll go over that in a few seconds, in the past 4 days, which is huge. It's close to 10% per day. Is it sustainable? Maybe. Well, here's the key thing. Number one, we're only getting our money back plus the 20%, which is used as a mandatory repurchase. So the total repayment is 120%, but what I've just realized over the past few days is that 20% of what we make is going into the repurchase balance, can only be used for repurchasing positions. Now, sure, we're going to earn on that over time, and we will be able to withdraw those funds, but it makes it a little bit unique in terms of the fact that the company doesn't have a lot of stress to pay out 20% more than what people paid in for advertising, because that money is going back into the repurchase balance. The second thing is that only 5 people are getting paid from the balance of the 85% after the commissions are paid out. So basically, it looks like they're paying 15% on 3 levels, which would be, you'd have to deduct that from the 100% of what a person puts into the program, and you're talking about 85% that's left over. Now, it doesn't look like they're taking an admin fee. This 85% of the balance of every package seems to be paid out to the next 5 people that are due to be paid. Now, how do they do this? Well, I sent admin a question, and they basically said that it's based on the time and date stamp of when you came into the program or when your package purchase was made. So they're basically just looking for the next 5 people based upon this date that haven't been paid, and they all get a share of the 85% that's left over after they pay out commissions. So now you have to say, well, is this a Ponzi, or what is this thing? Well, I kind of look at it like, pretty much most any MLM. If you're in an MLM program, funds are going to be paid out based upon either new purchases or new positions being purchased, or new people coming in making purchases. So to me, it's a very similar type of methodology. New sales come in or stop coming in, and people stop repurchasing, then yeah, everything stops. But what happens, as long as the admin is positive, as those sales start to come in again and people start to repurchase again, sales pick up. Same way that I can see with any traditional MLM. Is there risk of loss of all of your money? Absolutely. So let's just get into the numbers real quick, and then I'll show you guys some proof of what I'm talking about here. So this is the payment history. I'm going to go up to finance, and we're going to go into earning history. And here we're going to go in, and you're going to see that I told you I have deposited $350, or I purchased $350 worth of advertising. I've used some of it. I haven't used the bulk of it, which I will be soon. So let's look at the numbers. So it's 2 separate packages. The first package was 1 for $35. Second was 9, for $315. This is what I've earned so far. And again, I'm going to just go back and show you. I started on the 14th. Today's the 18th, so we're talking about 4 days. So if I bring up my calculator here, I already did this a little earlier, so I'm going to clear this out. I'm just going to add these numbers up because this is the total amount that I've earned so far. The bulk of what I make goes into this area here, 20% goes into the repurchase. So I'm going to take this number here, which is 95.3091. I'm going to add it to 23.8273. That's going to give me total I've earned. That's incorrect. So let's do this again. We're going to go 95.3091 plus 23.8273. That gives me $119.13.1364. So now if I multiply this number times 20%, because that's what I really earned, and 20% they're putting into repurchase, you'll see it's 23.82728. And look here, 23.8273. And what they did, obviously, was they rounded this up to the 3. So we now know that's exactly what they're doing. Whatever you earn, 20% goes into your repurchase balance, which can only be used to buy more packages. So again, this is what can potentially make this a little sustainable, because I'm really only going to be getting back the money that I've invested, and then the balance of what I'm actually earning, that 20% additional, is used for repurchases. Kind of stays in the system and gives them a little bit more latitude in terms of what their obligation is to pay people out in actual cash. So same thing here. If I add these numbers up, it's going to work the exact same way. So I wanted to make sure that you guys just kind of understand how this thing is working and how it has potential to be here. Still relatively new. We don't know anything about the admin, but it's got some potential of being around based upon, you know, what they're doing with these numbers here. So what I want to do now real quickly, and I will let you go, is just show you how to do a repurchase using your repurchase balance, since I now have enough in my repurchase balance to do it. So I'm going to click on purchase position. I am then going to click on purchase here. Now I've got to go down. Here's what I have available in my cash balance. I've used Bitcoin, and here is what's in my repurchase balance. So it has reached over the 35 bucks that I need. The reason this is so low and not as high as the other one, because I've taken withdrawals. So let's show you that real quick. I'm going to go to request withdrawal. Again, I started on the 14th. Nope, not there. I want to go to withdrawal history. So if I go to withdrawal history, you'll see. So remember, I started on the 14th. On the 15th, I withdrew $44, paid to my Bitcoin account. On the 16th, I withdrew $29, paid to my Bitcoin account. On the 16th again, I took another withdrawal of 30 bucks, paid to my Bitcoin account. All of these payments I received within 2 to 3 hours of doing a withdrawal. So let's get back into this repurchase. So we're going to go purchase position, scroll down, we're going to click on purchase again. Now here is where it's going to tell us where we want the money come from, and this was a little confusing to me. I want to be using the money that's right here in my repurchase balance. So I went here and I said, okay, I don't really want to use cash, I just want to use my repurchase balance. But I clicked on it anyhow. As soon as I did, this popped up, and that's the key thing here. I want to use my repurchase balance first. My payment processor, where are my funds? They're right there in coin payments in my repurchase balance. I don't want to use this because I'm going to withdraw that. So I'm going to go ahead and use this 37.047 here to make my $35 purchase. So I'm going to click down here on coin payments. How many do I want to purchase? 1. Here's the CAPTCHA. Okay. And I'm going to click on pay now. Bingo, position purchased successfully. So hopefully that gives you guys a little bit more insight in this program. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm not putting any more money in right now. I'm going to wait and make sure I get back, you know, my initial 350, which looks pretty good so far. As I mentioned, looks like I've got about 39% of what I invested in advertising back here within the first 4 days. So if it keeps on this pace, I'm going to be extremely happy. So you guys may want to try it out with a $35 spot. Worst case, you can use the advertising to promote whatever it is that you want. And best case, you should be able to get a nice little consistent flow of income coming in through the revenue share. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed day.